Hi, and welcome to The Heat Seat. I'm your host, Jordan Lee. Now, just before we get started with today's show, just a quick update from last time. If you remember in the last episode, I tried Crazy Jerry's mustard gas and ended up in not such good shape. But I'm happy to say that I'm fully recovered now, and I even had some yesterday with a hot dog, and it was pretty good. Anyway, for today's show, we're going to take a look at Guyank, or Guyank, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but the Guyank brand Tasty Hot Sauce, the original sweet hot pepper sauce. I think for time purposes, we're just going to refer to this sauce as GYB from here out. GYB won 3rd place in the amateur division in the 2003 Scovie Awards, and in 2005 got 2nd place in the professional division. GYB claims to use 100% natural ingredients and is claimed to be very tasty. The original sweet hot pepper sauce is something that I'm really excited to try. So let's start with presentation. As you can see, GYB is a pretty normal looking bottle. It's got some peppers on the corners here, and it's got a lot of different fonts going on the main label here. And it's, I think it's a bit too busy actually, while still not really being that catchy or flashy or nice looking. It's a pretty bland looking bottle, so I think I'm gonna have to give this a 2 out of 5 for presentation. As for ingredients, GYB contains peppers, brown mustard, vinegar, filtered water, salt, mango, and onions. So while this bottle doesn't look like much on the outside, let's open it up and see if it's any different inside. So opening up the bottle itself was pretty easy, no big issues there, amazingly. The first thing I noticed when I opened the bottle was this strong smell just wafted out at me, and you can just really smell that this is a really pungent hot sauce here. On the inside here you can see that there's some kind of sediment forming on the inside of the neck there, which is, that's normal and natural. But it's got a wide open spout, which, as you know, I really like because it allows you to pour hot sauce easily and fast for those times when you need hot sauce right away. Let's give this a try. So as you can see, GYB is a fairly watery hot sauce. There's some substance in there, as I mentioned before, that there are onions and mangoes in this hot sauce. So that's probably what you see floating around in there a little bit. As I mentioned, it smells pretty pungent, and it looks pretty good too, I gotta say. It's an appealing orange color, and it doesn't look gross or anything by any means, and it looks pretty appetizing. So for look and smell, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. But now let's see how it tastes. That's the important one. Here we go. That's actually pretty good. It was a lot hotter than I thought it would be for a hot sauce that I thought was leaning more on its strengths for taste rather than heat, but it actually has some decent kick to it. For flavor, it's a little bit saltier than I like, but it does definitely have some nice flavor in there. It's a very strong, pungent, kind of back of your tongue kind of a taste. You can really taste those natural ingredients in there. It's a watery hot sauce, but there is substance to it. So for taste, I'm gonna give GYB an 8 out of 10. And for heat, I'm gonna give it a surprising 6 out of 10, which is pretty high considering I wasn't expecting it to be spicy at all, considering it was touted more as a tasty hot sauce rather than a spicy one. So I'm just on the GYB website right here, and I'm reading a little bit about some of the things it recommends you try the sauce with. It says chicken, fish, pasta, rice dishes, greens, beans, and ice cream. Let's give this a try. This is not an ice cream review show, but if it was, this thing would get -5 for functionality. This is ridiculously hard to scoop, but let's try the sauce now. So I think you can say we got a nice healthy portion right here, so let's mix it up a little bit. Bottoms up. Initially, it's kind of disgusting, but you can get used to this, I think. It's actually not bad. Like, it's like the first time it touches your tongue, it tastes really bad, but then once you kind of, I don't know, sink your teeth into it and start eating the ice cream itself, it's pretty good. I guess I'm sure you know, dairy kind of negates the effects of spiciness somewhat, and it's a kind of nice contrast here, actually. So it's not such a crazy idea, actually. So maybe next time you have some ice cream, think about adding some GYB sweet hot pepper sauce. So overall, I'm gonna give GYB's original sweet hot pepper sauce a 7 out of 10. Kind of a bland, boring bottle on the outside, but it was easy to open, easy to pour, and it tasted pretty good. A little bit salty for my taste, but it was definitely spicier than I thought it would be. My name is Jordan Lee, and you've just been on the heat seat.